since we last checked in here, we have got all of the forms up. We have had the rebar installed. We have had the engineers on site, the geotechs on site, the district on site. So we are actually, in fact, ready to go. We are here today to do a final form inspection to make sure that I'm happy with where everything is at. So I thought I would bring you with me today and show you the kind of things that we look for before we pour concrete. What we want to look and see is that straight? Perfect? No. Is it really, really close? Yes. Now we also want to look and make sure that the rebar is not touching any of the forms, because that will cause us problems. So we actually want the rebar to be roughly 2 inches off the inside of the form. So I can see here that actually that guy is a little bit close. See how close this is here? It's only a finger. So we just need to get the team to pull that in a little bit. Easy fix, but it just needs to get done before concrete. See how the rebar is actually almost touching the plywood there. I was here earlier in the week and identified that as an issue. So you can see here all of the bracing that's been installed, and you can also see the turnbuckles that have been used that help move the wall in and out. We've got all the interior footings in place in the excavation there. So that is where structural walls will be inside of the house. We are doing concrete window wells on this project, so we're gonna go ahead and pour those with the rest of the foundation. Now, fun fact, you wanna actually have those retaining walls come out lower than the inside. And the other thing too, is this bulkhead that's here, it's gonna have a 45-degree angle cut on it because we wanna be able to trowel the top of the wall right to the edge of the foundation wall so it doesn't look like caca. You can see that there's some plywood down there that's really shallow. Well, that is where the window is gonna go. So we have built things so that the concrete only goes where we want the concrete to go. This metal bar here, we talked about it in a previous video, but the reminder, it's called whaler bar. And as the concrete flows in here, those things are gonna get real tight. You can see it's looking nice and square, which is what we would want. This piece of wood here is called a pour strip, and that has to get surveyed before we're allowed to pour concrete. And I think, if I remember back to the survey itself, I think it came in at like 0.01 feet at a level, which, in case you're wondering, that is really level. So again, let's have a look down this wall here. So we can see a bit of a chicane in the wall, kind of mid-span there. So we'll go ahead and talk to the formers on this and just get them to straighten this bad boy up so that it doesn't have a bow in it. It's all solvable problems, but these are the things we want to catch before the concrete gets poured. Getting the final touches done today. We're looking to pour concrete tomorrow, so got to make sure we get everything buttoned up today. So that'll be our primary sump, and that's where all the drain tile will go into, and there'll be sump pumps in the bottom of that to pump it out. Some of you might be wondering, hey Eric, you're a modernized builder. Why are you using old technology for your forms? Why aren't you using ICF? The simple fact of the matter is I'm gonna let the other guys do ICF. I'm gonna let the other guys do tank basements, and hopefully they don't fail for the people that have built that way. But if they have, I know the homes that I'm building, and I know the way that I'm building has worked for the past 50 years and is likely to work for the next 100. My concern with ICF is we don't have any data to really show whether or not the plastic ribbing that is inside of ICF forms, that it doesn't turn brittle and that the things attached to it don't start to fall off. We don't know how long the insulation is going to last for. And I guess the other issue I have with ICF is in a day and age where, we're worried about the environment and doing things that are environmentally friendly. ICF doesn't seem very environmentally friendly to me because I don't see how you can in the future separate the insulation and the concrete. Like, it's so enmeshed with the plastic and the styrofoam and all that sort of stuff. Like, when you go to knock down the house in 100 years, how do you separate the concrete from the insulation? Whereas, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do spray foam on the ground. We're going to do spray foam up the wall, which again, not great, not easily recyclable, but it solves a lot of problems from an air tightness perspective. But at least we'll be able to remove the spray foam from the inside of the concrete walls, and that should be able to be just very easily scraped off the inside of the walls. There's no plastic strapping or anything like that that needs to get scraped off of both sides of the concrete, and the rebar and everything else can be taken out of the concrete, and the metal can be recycled and the concrete can be recycled. So I haven't quite bought into the whole ICF fad yet. Maybe my opinion will change. It probably will. I'm always curious to see what other people are doing and other technologies that are available to us as builders, but I'm not sure that ICF is the solution that everybody thinks it is. And I'm certainly not in any rush to use it on our projects, which, I mean, maybe it means some clients choose not to hire us. I guess that could happen. Contrary to what people may or may not think about how I look at the world and how I go about things, I try to be pretty pragmatic about what we do. And I try to make sure that the things that we're putting in our homes and the technologies that we're using inside of our homes are going to stand the test of time. And they're not just going to be something that's the latest fad and the latest craze. And I want to make sure that we're being really well thought out about how we're doing things and how we're going about things. So if you'd like to work with a pragmatic and practical builder that also cares about doing an amazing job and creating stunning results, pick up the phone and give me a call. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Eric Jensen. Look forward to speaking to you soon.